Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 115 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so yeah. So with that being said and done, let's go on ahead and go after Alita and Ren here. A whole nother sector, that's okay. We're pros at this point. Yeah, let's just hope we don't have to make our way through an entire complex again. That took up way too much of our... Ren! Ow! Yeah, let's just hope we don't have to make our way through an entire complex again. That took up way too much of our... Wait, I said that already. Yeah, you did. What happened? Are you okay? Huh. I guess that attack from Nim did more than I thought. I feel kinda weird. Well, not the bro moment. You guys, like, I feel extremely weird. I don't know. What about? What? What? Do you mean what? Whatever, we should continue anyway. Ren, we can't understand you. It sounds like you're talking backwards or something. It's gibberish. Let's see, backwards. Oh, for the love of... Nim caused my speech device to malfunction. Yeah, I'm talking backwards, right? Maybe we should turn back and go see Anastasia. She could probably repair you. Kind of time. It's fine. I can repair myself if we can find a Pokemon Center. Yeah, we don't have that kind of time, right? Sorry. It's a little bit tricky to read it backwards, but I'm trying. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Let's head back. No Pokemon Center repair myself. Oh hey, maybe things are getting better. No, talking backwards makes me talk normal. Oh. Well, all we gotta do is find a Pokemon Center then. Yes. Okay, let's do that then. Find a Pokemon Center for Ren. Everyone, move out. Sounds like a plan to me. Heal up real quick. There's a Tauros over here, right? Right. Hey, you mean birds, get off that poor Tauros. You wanna fight? Then let's fight. We'll go on ahead and help this guy out. Go for Gear Grind here. Mandibuzz is definitely a very bulky Pokemon, so... Well, that kinda sucked. But that's okay. Should be able to take it out here, thanks to the sand. That's what happens when you're rude. Hope you learned your lesson. Hey, big guy, are you okay? Aw, you're a sweet one. Looks like you're not too badly hurt. I'll get you all patched up. Don't worry. Just, seems like this way's a dead end. Why don't you go check up with Ren? I'll make sure this Tauros is well enough to move again. Go check in with Ren. I'll stay here and make sure this Tauros is healthy again. Real quick, before I just want to peek around a little. Okay. Heal up with you. I don't really think there's anything else over here. I guess the little mark in the sand. I mean, it makes sense, it's sand. But the one that Nim caused is like gone. Okay. Ren's over there. I know we're supposed to interact with the, like right over there to get the scene going, but I'm just like looking around is all. Okay. Backwards to make myself talk correctly is way too much work. And I'm tired. Talking backwards, okay. We could get through easily But, of course, there's a rock here to ruin our day. Anyway, sorry. Wish I had a laser. Oh wait, really? Wish I had a laser. I won. What is that bit there with I won? Oh, now I thought it said I won. I'm like, what are you talking about you won? Now I see. Now I really wish I had a laser. Alright, Taurus. Thank you for that. What? Where did that Taurus come from? Whoa, all I did was give this Taurus a max potion and it was all ready to go. It solved our rock problem, so good thing for that. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know what you said. Just said, sorry. I hate everything about this. That being said, we have a way through. Let's go now. Thank you very much, Taros. Well, goodbye, Taros. I'm pretty sure you can't really capture it. Or can you? No, you can't, unfortunately. It'd be kind of cool if it was like a little like event, like you could capture it after everything. Maybe you can later on. I don't quite remember. It would be kind of cool. But I guess he likes hanging around here, so... Cool, cool. Ah, right. That scene. Right. I didn't really talk about it on the last episode. I kind of wanted to just let it play out. Instead of do like another like spoiler rant, you know, but... Yeah. Anyways, sorry about that. I really had to pee. I told you to use the bathroom before we left Hugh. Yeah, but every time I get stressed out, I just gotta go. And you know, I'm afraid of heights. Jumping down to save Team C took a lot out of me. You're telling me. I almost busted my butt jumping down there. Anyway, where's Rhodia? She's been acting kinda weird. Is there something wrong? Yeah, you look like my cousin Shira after her third salt bath, sorry. And trust me, the bath was normal before she got inside. What does that even mean? Oh, easy. It mean... I'm going back. Huh? Back to the ship? We haven't even finished our mission yet. Huh? Wait. So, I guess we can do a little spoiler there. It won't be a long or lengthy one, but I do want to at least talk about it. So technically heavy spoilers. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. Again, I mean, it's not really lengthy, but again, with this part of the game being more like lore and story heavy, I really want to like, you know, bring up more like, I don't know if it's really like theory ideas, but just like spoiler rants kind of stuff, just like talking about it. So yeah, if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Go to the comment section below. Heavy spoilers, not going to be very lengthy, so yeah. Alright, we are in spoiler territory one final time. It ain't going to be lengthy, but it is going to be pretty heavy spoilers. If you don't want to listen, that's totally fine. Go to the comment section below. So yeah, there will be a timestamp for you. Click on it, skip on ahead, you'll be good. But if you want to listen, then here we go. Okay, so if you remember when we got into Hiyoshi City during the whatchamacallit, the events that happened with a certain surfer board dude, Kieran. He pretty much made us go to Hiyoshi before the calamity happened, if you of course remember that. You learn about, you know, a mayor, his wife and daughter, and of course a hippo named Gloria, the hippopotamus. You learn after some certain situations that went down because of Thomas Blakery manipulating the crowd, he got put in jail. The people were mad, scared, frightened that he wasn't really caring about like the environment and the climate that's been going on within Hiyoshi City. When in his eyes, he's like, look, we're working on it, but we need to work towards expanding the city. Which, to be fair, unfortunately for a guy like him, he seemed to be like a honest and good individual, but just got, screwed over by somebody else, But I guess, to that kind of level within, like the business world, politics, and yada yada yada, it's a pretty brutal environment when you're up there with the top of the top. So unfortunately, Thomas Blakery, with his influence and wealth and whatnot, took him out, pretty much eliminated him from the game itself, and he took over as the mayor of Grand Dream City. So anyways, well, not like the mayor of Grand Dream City, sorry, that's, well, in the future it's Cassandra, if I'm not mistaken, but during that time I assume I don't quite remember if he was mayor or not, but he definitely had a lot of power with, doing, stuff with the city and whatnot. But regardless, he manipulated the crowd, Thomas Blakery, the original mayor. I forgot his name, but I know the wife wasn't happy, but there was a daughter. One final time, heavy spoilers. That daughter is Rhodia. And when he got put into jail because of the people getting, which again, like, it's a lose-lose situation, not only for him, because Thomas Blakery is just, an evil, corrupt dude. And, it's one of those things, like, if you're a really nice guy, it seems like you really get, screwed over by these kind of people that have no care whatsoever, to throw you under the bus, like a guy like Thomas Blakery. But, not only that, he was playing up against Indred, Vitus. Now, did he actually see Vitus face to face? No, not really. But with Vitus being the one creating the storms and whatnot to give the edge to Thomas Blakery, because they both were working together, it was a lose-lose situation on his end. How could he go up against literally like a powerful being like Vitus himself, and somebody as powerful and wealthy as Vitus, that had already so much behind him as it is? So it really sucked for the mayor, but it happens, and it just sucks. It really sucks, and it's really unfortunate, but what's done is done within the game. So he got put into the jail because the people were like, well, why aren't you caring about this and that? You want to, make money off of us, expand the city when there's more, situations and more worries that we need to focus on right now. And I don't necessarily, like, again, like, the people seem like divided during like the stand, because I really like how they changed that there's one side like, no, we need to back him up, and then another was like, no, Thomas is right, and it kind of really like clashed between like two different parties. It was kind of like a cool little scene that they like redid. But in my eyes, if you look back on everything, Thomas again was the one that you should not trust. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for the mayor. He got put into the jail. The calamity happened, right? The aftermath is here. It's a giant desert. Life is mostly dead around here, and not many people really made it, unfortunately. But you continue the game here, now, the present. You walk into the one area, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that box is probably not there anymore. Yes, right. If you remember when we first walked into Hiyoshi City, right? We saw a little Puppet Master box. Rhodia walked on in. She recognized this place. She's a little bit uneasy. Walks in, sees the box. She probably got on in. How, I don't know, but probably just slid the door open or something like that. Went inside the box. Probably saw some things about the Puppet Master, and learning about probably her father, probably just ending up dying out here, all alone pretty much. And that's what caused Rhodia to be like, I gotta go. I can't do it. I'm going back to the airship. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. And she's always, harbored those feelings for many, many years, and you can't blame her for that. Somebody as evil and corrupt as Thomas, to do something that evil to a, good guy like her father, And, you know, even Mother to an extent as well, because, like, she, you know, probably was, you know, devastated by the whole thing too. So, yeah, it was just one of the situations. Unfortunately, it's just a, you know, lose-lose situation for them. But yeah, it is what it is. I just thought I'd, you know, bring it up, talk about it, because why not? We'll leave it at that though, because there's not a whole lot else I could really get into. So, and if I did, I can go in circles on and on and on about it, but we'll keep it simple. Alright, enough of that. Let's get on through here. And we are out of spoiler territory, by the way. These people, they're positioned oddly, almost like they're running away from something. What they're running from? I don't know. I don't want to think about it, sorry. It's probably better that way anyways. Right. I'll grab that. Right. You. Kind of want to go for the shiny. I'm gonna leave you alone, well, yeah, I'm gonna leave you alone. Skarmory is an amazing Pokemon. I don't know why, I kind of want to get the shiny. I'm gonna re-roll later on my own time. But if you want somebody that's really defensive and pretty annoying stall-wise, that's your guy. Great Pokemon. Okay. I guess to be fair though, nowadays, I'm pretty sure like Corviknight is like the better Skarm. I think? I don't really know. I'm not into like the new competitive scene of like Showdown and whatnot, but I would say Corviknight's better now? Question mark? I don't really know. But, right, of course, there are some Gibble here. You're not really able to get them now, unfortunately. You will kinda soon, actually. Just a heads up. Once we do a lot of like side quest videos and whatnot, I plan to do a video like dedicated to getting like a bunch of the starters and pseudo legends that you are able to get. So I will be doing that throughout the series, or sometime in the series, but not right now. But we will soon, I promise. We will. Okay. Really? Who the heck put a gate here? Let me through. Well, you know, I'm really curious though, because like, I know we're getting to a certain scene, but, well, let me keep my thoughts to myself for a moment before I blurt it out. What's with the creepy basement? This doesn't look good. Dr. Isaiah Halvard. Alright, so since he now mentioned it, I'm gonna say it. It's really interesting because, where is Isha? They show that Isha, like, joined along, right? But yet, ever since he was on the ship, I have not seen him at all. I don't know. It would have been cool if there was a little bit something with him since he boarded the ship, but I really haven't seen anything with him, honestly. But anyways, I guess it's not super important. Alright, if we have... No, I had that right, sorry, I thought I read that wrong. Alright, if we have you giving out info, we'll get nowhere. This is the journal of Isaiah Halvard, or, well... Sorry. Or, well, it was. All the pages have been ripped straight out. That this house used to belong to Isaiah. That would make the most sense for sure. We can't say for certain though. Yeah, I meant that too. By the way, is it just me or do these pods look really familiar? Yeah, they're the same ones Nastasia got from the Hospital of Hope. They're just really old and... Alita, what's going on? Are you okay? There's someone in there. I'm out of here. Sorry. Alita, hold on. There's someone inside of this capsule, but... Right. I'm pretty sure you can't really, of course, like, open to see it, but... The Diary of Dr. Isaiah Halford. I guess, technically, another spoiler rant, because why not? This one I'll try not to be as long as the first one, but... Since we're down here, I do want to, like, talk about it, so... If you don't want to listen, that's fine. Spoiler ahead. Yeah. Okay, so this is a really interesting one. I know it's, and again, heavy spoilers ahead. If you don't want to listen, one final time, comment section below, timestamps, yeah. Okay, so, it's a really interesting thing because in the future, I know they pretty much, like, talk about it with how, Isha is the way that he is, but I guess we'll talk about it here because why not? I will say this too during the spoiler rant. I'm a little bit disappointed because I really wish, you know, Isha would have been somewhat involved. Now, how he would have been, that I don't know, to be fair, honestly. But I get it because like they don't want to like alter or like change up the story, you know, because then they have to redo all sorts of different things. So like I get it, you know. But it's something, it's similar to like Martin, right? Because like they add another character, I get it, but it's like if you're gonna add somebody, I at least want to see something of him, you know. Now I'm not saying Isha isn't involved a lot, but again, like they've taken out scenes of Isha because like back then within the I know we're in a spoiler rant, but here I am going again with this. But it's okay, it's okay. I'll talk about this first, and then we'll get into the spoiler thing. I remember you crossed the bridge to, I forgot exactly where. I forgot if it was after Lavender? I don't quite remember, honestly. But he stops you at a bridge, which is no longer within the city, because they redid it. But he's intrigued by you. He's interested in you. He's looking for a new host to, you know, host his, you know, I guess like brain and whatnot into. And that kind of gets into the whole spoiler thing there. I just kind of wish they didn't take that out with him meeting you up. And then all of a sudden finding Lavender being like, oh, wait a minute, you're better. I like you. So, yeah, pretty much getting to the spoiler now. The original father wasn't really a good father. Yes, he saved a lot of lives, but he did a lot of, like, you know, corrupt, illegal, experimental kind of stuff with people and probably Pokemon and all that kind of stuff, you know. I think more so people more than anything, but it wouldn't surprise me if he used, like, Pokemon as well. But regardless, he wasn't really a good man. He had a son, and he was like, well, crap, I have an incurable disease. Hey, son. I know it's weird, but you're gonna get in that pod. So, the son gets in the pod, he gets in the pod, and pretty much his... I don't think it's exactly like his brain that gets like transported, but more so like his mind pretty much is now inside of Isha pretty much. So it's like two people into one. And he wants to continue that because, you know, whatchamacallit. In the story, I believe it said that, you know, the disease, the incurable one that was originally within Isaiah is now in Isha, and now they need another host to, you know, live on forever and ever and try to cheat death itself. So, yeah, really interesting overall, but, I don't know, I wish they would have added a little bit more of, like, the Doctor. I don't know why they took out some stuff of him within the game, but it is what it is, so we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that and stop there with this, so, yeah. Alright, sorry for the pause there. We are out of spoiler territory, by the way. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I've never seen, you know, but I gotta get over myself. If I want to be the leader of Sheridan, I'll have to be strong. Thanks for trying to cheer me up, Ren. I really appreciate it. No problemo. Right, we should... What the? Am I going insane? This gate wasn't open a moment ago. Let's see. It was... I tried opening earlier, but to no avail. I like both cats and dogs equally. I like both cats and dogs equally. What does this have to do with anything? Ren? Okay then, I'm just not gonna question it. Yeah, what you just said, I think. Let's look on the bright side. We have a way back. Now let's go. Okay. Let's see. Probably missed something with his speech there, but... Red shard. Let's see here. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. Oh, hey, Riza. Okay. Before I get into that whole thing, I'm gonna activate the post, and actually I don't really think there's much else to do. Alright, that's somebody's head, not a rock smash thing. That's for a later thing, can't do that right now. What was that? Oh, the Gibble. I saw something like run around, I was like, what is that? And, right. Those guys over there. Okay. Save here. I guess we'll get started with this. Hey girlies, took your time, huh? Aw man. Aw yeah. The power in this Pokemon Center was just not doing so hot. Went ahead and fixed it right up for you. Oh really? Thank you, in that case. Oh my gosh, that Zen boy totally wants to say something to me but can't. He physically can't say anything without the words coming out weird. Oh, you mean he's socially awkward, huh? Or is little Zen boy upset I kicked him in the mouth a little too hard? He doesn't have to say anything if he doesn't want to. Now if you'll excuse us, we need to utilize this Pokemon Center. So boring. You could just tell me that his mechanical body is malfunctioning. Why so surprised? I kicked him earlier, remember? His body felt hard. Do you have to say it like that? His body didn't feel organic, because it's metal and junk. Why do you have to be so patronizing? I think is what that said. Yep, that's a malfunction. You could use the Pokemon Center here to fix that. We already know that. That's why we're here. Oh. We don't have time for this. Ren, come on. Right behind you. Always keeping it steady. Anyway, I'm gonna take a look around and see what else I can find. See ya. Okay then. And I don't really think you can actually find her again. No, I don't really think he can. Okay, real quick. Floor store. And... you know, I never really... honestly, I never really used the item finder, but I can't help but think... nope, okay. I was curious as all, because like there's like this little like path into here. Just kind of thought maybe there would have been something. Alright, let me save here. Okay. Ren? You good over there? Yes. Okay, if you say so. Alright, let's see the damage. How long did all of that take? We spent 9 hours exploring Zone 0. Ren, how long is the repair going to take? Couldn't give you an estimate it depends on how extensive the damages are. I couldn't give. Okay. Right. Oh, hey, Rihanna. Hey, Hugh. Huh? Looks like we caught up with you guys. Oh, Hugh? Rihanna? Are we really that slow? Nah, you guys do all the hard work. We just kind of follow behind. Rhodia, Ellie, and Sharon went back to the airship, so it's just Hugh, Braxton, Adam, and I. We're kind of breaking the team composition, but who cares? I see. Well, we're sort of in a bind. Ren's body got damaged, so now we have to repair him. How damaged are we talking here? Maybe it's worse than I thought. Probably will take more than 3 hours minimum. Oh, that bad, huh? Alright, well, I guess we'll just chill for a bit. Not much that can be done if you guys cannot continue. That's not true. We can make use of this time. Rihanna, Hugh, I want you guys to go take a look around and see if there's any way to progress. If I recall, there was another one of those gates blocking us from moving forward. Find a way to unlock them, or at least get around them. Nastasia told us to stay put, but she did, but I'm telling you to do this right now. It'll help us out in the long run. Understand? Aye aye, Captain. We'll be right on it. Yes, ma'am. That was good, Alita. It was kind of cool that she could at least, like, understand that from Ren, though. And again, like, I really like that, you know, character development, because, like, a little while ago on some of the older episodes, with her explaining the story with, you know, Kaya, that, again, like, I'm not Vivian, I'm not Talia, I'm me, Alita. And now, you know, she's starting to, you know, slowly grasp, grow stronger as a person, sorry. And what was I trying to say there? I think I was trying to say the word important, but regardless, I'm sorry for the mess up there, but, like, she's, you know, again, maturing and trying to be a leader, something that she's trying to be for, you know, Sheridan Village one day. So now she's, you know, kind of like giving orders, being like, hey, like, if you're gonna stay put, I'm gonna put you to work. There's something that you can do. We're gonna be behind a little bit, so every little bit of, you know, help that we gain is something that's gained. So I like that a lot. Just something to talk about, because why not? Okay, Alon, let's help Ren with this repair. I guess I'll save right here. This is all pointless. No one can understand me. Not that it matters. I can't do anything to protect anyone. It's the same every time. I'm just too weak to do anything. And it's just going to keep on happening. Those people, they'll be back. And when they do, no one will be prepared for them. Unless... Saki, darling, I have a gift for you. Happy birthday. Wowie, you got me a Pokemon? Ah, yeah. This is a Fennekin, right? Which is a fire type, yeah? Yes, and it's top-notch, best in the world perhaps. It could be the best Pokemon in the world, but I'm not really a fan of fire Pokemon. And this thing looks a little weird. Is it shiny? Very observant, as usual. Saki? No, it's not a shiny, but it is... its colors are slightly different. That's kinda lame. Our scientists have experimented on this particular Fennekin. We have injected a special alloy we've created using black shards inside of this Fennekin. As a result, Fennekin in its future form, Braxton, will be weaker than normal. Oh, great. But upon evolving into a Delphox, the black shard will activate, giving this Fennekin a burst of incredible energy. We're quite excited. Great power, huh? Okay, maybe I do like this thing. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I await Braxton's inevitable evolution. Yay, thanks, Grandpa. This is the best birthday ever. Alright, let's try it again. Huh? What's wrong? Don't you want to evolve? My Pokedex says you're already level 35, so evolve already. You know, I don't speak Pokemon, dummy dum dum. And it's because of that I actually made you something really cool. I think I read that wrong. And because of that, sorry. Here, put it around your neck and then say something. So something like this. Ah, yeah, it's working like a charm. I am speaking? How am I speaking? This is the Poke Translator I made for a class project. I am an engineering prodigy. After all, what can Saki Blakery do? I see. This changes everything. Yeah, because of that, I want you to tell me how you are really feeling. How I really feel. I couldn't understand you, but I could tell you were feeling about this whole thing. You're scared of evolving, aren't you? Is it that obvious? Mm-hmm. Which is the real reason why I made this stupid thing. If you don't want to evolve, it's cool with me. Personally, I don't really like fire types anyways. I guess I'm not good enough then. Nah, I didn't mean it like that. It's just a personal preference. I like working with steel type Pokemon. What I'm trying to say is that I prefer us to be besties than trainer and Pokemon. Friends? Oh, I would love that very much. Yay, besties. We'll have so much fun. I'll introduce you to all my friends back at school. Oh, but I made you one last thing. You should drink this. What is it? It looks like cement. It's a tonic I made out of Everstone. It'll indefinitely prevent you from evolving. Indefinitely, that is, until you drink the antidote I also came up with. I figured you wouldn't be interested in that, so I didn't make it, but I'll tell you the ingredients just in case. Listen real closely. Evolution. Saki's antidote. Can it be possible? Real quick, let me save there. Because I think, right. I'm trying to think. You know, I guess we can keep it. Yeah, I kind of want to keep going, but I kind of want to start off with this on the next episode, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of like hour plus long videos. We could do a little bit of a shorter one here. Let's stop there for now, because I kind of want to get into this at the beginning of the next episode, so yeah. With that being said and done, I think that'll be it for today's episode. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to say. Oh, right, hold up. Now I remember something. I meant to talk about it during the video, but I guess I'll bring it up towards the end, and I might talk about it on the next episode. V14. So, here's the deal. I've gotten a few comments about it somewhat recently. I don't really know why, but I mean, I get it from time to time, but I've noticed I've gotten a little bit more here and there. I don't think there's anything like announced or said or anything like that. I mean, I could check, but I don't really think so. It's something that I've always said, that while I'm excited for V14, I, like, again, I'm not like a developer. I pretty much get like comments like, oh, do you know when it's going to come out? Or like, do you have like an estimate or an idea? And I'm like, I always say like, maybe sometime this year, but honestly, I don't know. I'm not a developer. I'm not like, you know, anything like that. So, and even if I was, I wouldn't say it out loud unless, you know, given permission. But I'm not in that circle, of course. I just do videos and I just enjoy Rejuvenation. That's all I am. You know, I do tutorial videos. I like playing this game. That's all there is to it. So I don't know any more than, you know, just me playing a guessing game with this game. But, whatchamacallit, it's one of those things, sorry, it is one of those things that I, say time and time again, that it'll be out when it's out, sorry. And just don't rush the process, you know, because I understand that there is like a lot of like excitement for V14, because like that's when really like things like really start going down, you know what I mean? Like I get it. It's a very exciting version that'll be happening really soon, with, you know, a lot going on with the Paragon and the Renegade route, but just be patient with it. Just keep in mind as well, and again, it's something that I've said so many times throughout different videos on the channel, that, you know, Jane is just one person. The rest of the developers are just one person. They have lives, you know, they're all adults. Alright, sorry for the pause there. Had to go get a package from Amazon guy. But okay, back to this though. Right, V14 and all of that. So, no, it's just, it's one of those things that I'm trying to remember where I left off. Wait, what was it? Right, Jane working, like all of them like have like their own lives, you know, they're all adults, they probably all have like jobs or college and etc etc. They all have things that are going on. So while I understand there's a lot of excitement for V14, I get it, you know, this game has been going on for many years. Just have patience. It'll be done when it's done, and that is something that I've been saying so many times. I go back to V13. When V12 finished and V13 was announced, I was really surprised. I thought it was coming out way too quickly, but I just assumed, you know, they were doing their thing, you know, just, you know, just rolling along and again, just making a lot of progress and headway. And when V13 arrived, I'm sure many of you guys probably remember, I do a lot, it was really buggy pretty much. There were a lot of issues, very buggy, and I experienced a lot of that during, especially, well, not like our normal Let's Play, but especially with the Intense Mode No Items series. We've gone through quite a few bugs if I'm not mistaken, so yeah. It's something that I've always said, patience pays. There are some things in life that, yeah, sure, you gotta rush it and get it done as soon as possible, but this is not that. Get them time, they're gonna deliver, they've done a tremendous job so far. And again, like, think about that, they are spending, you know, like, years of time into this, and it's like a fun project for them, so just keep that in mind, that again, they don't have to do this if they didn't really want to. So at least like be thankful and be considerate of their feelings. I'm sure, you know, if they had, you know, the capabilities to just like get this done and knocked out, you know, as soon as possible. You know what, honestly, I don't even think they'd even want to go down that route. I mean, maybe. I don't really know what they would think. But I think a big part of it is just, you know, the fun of it as well. Not rushing it, you know, and not having like this huge like team and whatnot that can knock out games and whatnot, you know. I think they just want to have fun, goof off, chillax, get mad, get sad, get happy, and just go through the emotions, you know. So, yeah. But the point is, you know, if they were able to put a lot more time into it, they probably would. But that's where I'm trying to like go at with that. But there's only so much time that they can give with, again, on top of their in real life stuff, again, job work, maybe some of them, you know, well, I'm sure a lot of them have, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, maybe husband, wives, or whoever, you know, their spouses. So yeah, they have a lot going on, I'm sure they do. So just be considerate and just think about it from that angle as well. I get there's a lot of excitement. I know I've gotten quite a few comments here and there about it. And as I've always said, just to wrap it up here, it'll be done when it's done. I'm very thankful to Jane, Zumi, and all the developers and anybody that's helped out with this game. Easily my second favorite fan-made game of all time. I don't think I've actually played a Pokemon game, which is it's kind of like an odd thing for me, because like I say second favorite, but I think, not even think, I know I play Rejuvenation more than any other Pokemon game like ever. I just really love this game, man. It is such a good game, you know. and I'm just really thankful to, you know, have the opportunity to play the game. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Jane, Zoom, and all the developers. Love you all. Very much appreciate what you guys have done, and I'm wishing you all nothing but the best throughout, you know, V14 and just anything in life. And that also includes, of course, you know, the viewers and all that check out the videos and whatnot as well. So, yeah. Take care of yourselves out there. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.